What's up, guys? Welcome back to the That's Sowdev podcast. My name is Dev. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We got some tea to get into. Y'all already know the drill. Now, before we get into the tea, make sure you go ahead and follow me at That's Sowdev on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, literally wherever, girl, especially YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. Now, today, the tea, Sims, a rant, again, bitch, I'm over it. Well, I'm over it. Now, let me just y'all listen to this shit, okay? So, I take my Sims world very fucking seriously. Ask all my friends, okay? Now, Sims is my bitch, and I invest a lot of time in Sims. And when I say a lot of time, I mean a lot of time. Now, if you are a real Sims player, you know that a quick play for Sims isn't a thing, really, right? So, when I play Sims, it can be for an hour or two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've gone even 8 hours before playing the game, right? I used to be in college, have nothing to do, and I would just sit on Sims and play on a Saturday or something. And the thing about it is for me, is that as Sims has progressed over the last couple of games, well, total of 4, that's what blows my fucking mind. There's only 4 Sims. But anyway, as the game has progressed, I have become more detailed with my experience, which is great because we want that. Honestly, we do. We want a more detailed situation in Sims where things aren't just so surface level or so base game type T. You know what I mean? Basic as hell. We don't want that. You know what I mean? We come on Sims to live our best motherfucking life and give our Sims the best motherfucking life. You know what I mean? A lot of times I feel like Sims, we do create the world that we may want to see. We'll create the world that we would like. You know what I mean? It's very different because with Sims, you're not really necessarily going to live the life that you want to live. If you are a very detailed person, you are going to create a world that matches an aesthetic. You're going to create a town that matches an aesthetic. You're going to have people in those towns that match that aesthetic. It's just things like that. If I'm in in the desert oasis or something like that, I'm going to have a desert oasis restaurant. I'm going to create an aesthetic that is the detailed down to the world that, I feel like genuine real Sims players do. There are many different players. There are some people who love the gameplay more. There are some people who love the building aspect more. And there's a lot of things, especially in the aspect. I feel like if you are on Sims, I feel like if you are going to create a presentation for somebody, if you're interior fucking design or whatever, I would literally probably use Sims for interior design and be so this is what I have, and genuinely have that shit on a flat screen and show them what I would bring to life, because what you do on that game, it's really so top fucking tier. If you play Sims, you're creative as hell, and you don't realize it because it is a game. But the game really does highlight your taste, your creativity, all of that shit. It's just sitting up in that mind being thrown into that game. And honestly, look, it may not be that deep to some people, but do what you're good at and excel at that shit. So if you find yourself loving some motherfucking interior design, if you got that dream home decorator, pack or whatever, and you're going from house to house and you're just creating all that shit, look, bitch, it's really not just a game. I'm going to tell you, you create your experience. So if you're good at this shit, you've created that experience for yourself. Now, excel in that shit in real life. I promise you, bitch, you gonna eat it up. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, but the experience has just become so detailed. Now, while I do believe that Sims 3 is better than Sims 4, yes. Overall, yes. The price, the quality, everything, the shit that we wanted, yes. Now, look, I've played Sims literally since the very first Sims ever. Period. So I really remember the old janky like graphics and all that stuff. And I think on Sims 4, that is probably the best. The look for Sims 4 is probably the best part of Sims 4. Not the shit that's actually on Sims 4. And my biggest pet peeve about Sims 4 is that Sims 4 has been out how fucking long? And it's not even a specific pet peeve, because if I did say specifics, I would have to list every goddamn thing, and I'm probably already going to do that in this podcast, and I'm going to hold off for a second. Okay? Now, it's just a simple fact that Sims 4 has been out for practically a fucking decade. Okay? It's inching near that. So, I'm like, there's no fucking way that... I mean, it seems like the first 5 years of Sims 4, they didn't do shit. Because it didn't even start off with a lot of the base stuff that we have now. They spent a lot of time investing into Sims 4. And girl, hold on. No, I can't. No! My allergies is acting up and Sims want to be a bitch. Like, I can't deal with the fact that Sims 4 it lacks so much. It lacks so much. It invested so much time in its look that its game is just lacking. Oh my goodness. Y'all, the story that I was fucking talking about at the very beginning, I'm very detailed, like I was saying earlier, right? So, for me, I've approached The Sims in various different ways, right? I'm a huge builder, but I also do love the gameplay. I'm kind of middle. I used to be more so about the build, I guess, just because I wanted to build my homes. But now that we've gotten Sims 4 and we don't really have to rely on building our own shit, to be honest, I don't. I genuinely do not build from the ground up. Now, I'll take a pre-made build and I'll go from there. That's fine. I don't have to call it my own creation. I don't care if it's my own creation, right? It's in my world, whatever. So it's kind of like, I want to create a whole world. I'm looking at an overall spectrum, not just the Sims that I'm creating or little houses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking about how I can fill up my entire Sims world with Sims. Each town with Sims attractions, different attractions than the other, different restaurants. So when they go out to eat, they have different options and shit like that, So like I was saying, like the desert oasis with the desert restaurant maybe, or I'll even use like the desert oasis to kind of make like an Indian type theme area that we got going on or whatever. Like, I'm very detailed. So I spend a lot of time creating things and placing things and editing things. You know what I mean? A lot of fucking time. Probably at minimum, about 4 or so hours at a time. So I do a lot of work within that time frame. And for me now, it's because that is an overwhelming task. There's a lot to do. There's a shit ton to do. But the thing for me is that the world is going to be much more fruitful when it comes to me playing the game. Because when I play the game, I don't have to go, let me go edit this. Let me go move that here. I want that here. I have everything I already need. So if I want to go to a fucking rental house wherever, I can go to said rental house. And it doesn't have to be this base game rental house that they've given me, or this rental house that came with this game pack or expansion pack or whatever. Like, no, it is the residential that I had placed on that rental lot. So, like, for example, on the island map, I have a yacht boathouse that I sat there. Do you think that shit was coming with the game? And do you think that shit was edited down the way that I wanted it to? No, I can do that shit myself, right? So now keep in mind, I'm doing all of this shit, building a whole world, playing all these hours at a time, editing each lot, placing families in each lot, making sure that certain people own restaurants so that way friends own restaurants so people can go to friends' restaurants, making sure that we have grandparents there, setting the grandparents, making sure that the lineage lines up, making sure that some people are stepped, just variety, right? That's a lot of work. Sounds overwhelming, doesn't it? So imagine after doing all this motherfucking work and your game done motherfucking... Be serious. This game starts the fuck over 24 motherfucking 7. And the amount of times that I say it per day, it's about 2 to 3. And, you know, at one point, I was kind of like, you want to know what? Fine. Like, less enduring maps with all of this shit on it, with all of these packs, you know, let's dial it back. And I even did that significantly. But it doesn't matter what I do, the game always restarts. But that's not even the worst part, because I can, at some point, with my ADHD, I remember to save, right? But then it may autosave, thank God, sometimes. I think that autosave has been a bit better at saving closer to the time that I had got disconnected, which means it's saving very regularly, right? Which I'm not too mad about, because I haven't had too many instances where I'd go back and it wouldn't be saved. Like, there would be plenty of times where I had saved recently, but it had been about like 30 minutes. And then I didn't remember to do it again because I shouldn't have to save every 30 minutes to ensure I don't lose every fucking thing that I've done. Because 30 minutes on Sims is a lot of shit and a lot of detail that you will lose. So I save, right? Bitch, tell me why, and this has been happening the last 2 months, that my game has been not restarting, but yes, restarting. My games have not been loading. Like, bitch, the game will load, show the map, I will press play to go to the family to play, and it will restart the game. It will not load my saved files. None of the bitches. None of them. And, you know, as it was doing it for a while, it was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, this file's corrupt, whatever. I'm going to save to a different file. And, you know, I would do that. Then that file wouldn't load. Then I would save to another. Then that file wouldn't load. Then that file wouldn't load. Then that file... I'm like, okay, obviously, you know, something on this game is corrupt. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a map that I had placed or fucking what. But I just don't... Like, there's no excuse. All of that shit that I had done is erased. It's erased to me. It's still sitting on my Sims game, but it won't load. So there's no point in me playing the game. So I literally had to start an entire new game. A whole new game. I had invested months into creating this fucking world. And a lot of that still had carried over some of the work that I had been doing for the past maybe year on that game. So imagine how frustrating that shit is. They've got to do fucking better. And the thing about it is, it's not just me. It's not just me, because I went on social media and I was like, no, I have to look this up, because there's no fucking way that I'm the only person that's having this issue. And I know that I'm not the only person having this issue because it's Sims. Sims always has a fucking issue. And Sims does not want to move by having this motherfucking issue fixed. We gotta be serious. EA is ruining Sims to the fucking ground. Now, because Sims 5, quote unquote, Sims 5 is on the way, right? Quote unquote, Sims 5. Now, Sims 5 is called Project Rene. It's not even called Sims 5. Not at all. Not one fucking bit. So, why? I have to laugh. Because here's the thing. Supposedly, Project Rene is only going to be apartments. Let that sink the fuck in. You've been playing a Sims game for a decade, right? They've even given you a tiny living pack, right? Like, they've given you the necessity. They've given you everything you need for apartments. Like, you have apartments, you have New York City, you have apartments, you have everything already. So Project Rene is only going to be apartments. Now, I've seen several theories, and I agree with a lot of them. It's just the fact that Sims 4 is going to coexist side by side next to Project Rene. And Sims 3 and Sims 4 technically live side by side, but technically do not, because Sims 3 it's a dead game. They don't update it anymore. They're saying they're going to update Sims 4 right next to Project Rene, but Sims 3 is dead, right? There is no Sims 3. They don't update that, but they supposedly live side by side. So there are a lot of questions that I have surrounding that, but especially with Project Rene, I have to fucking wonder. So it seems like they're keeping Sims 4 for all the people who's not gonna fuck with Project Rene, because it seems like Project Rene is not gonna be a game that people want to fuck with, because people are already waiting for Sims 5. Out the fucking mouth. Sims 5, not Project Rene or something else to go along. Think of Project Rene as a spinoff at this point, because essentially that's what it kind of is, right? And we've been waiting a fucking decade for Sims 5. And now we're getting some apartment style simulation game. So are you just honing in on the aspects of packs and creating spin-off games for this, or like what? I have to know what is logically the reasoning behind this shit, because it doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense to me what they're doing. Just wrap this shit up. Wrap it up. We going to Sims 5. We need to. Nope. Drop this Project Rene shit now. And another theory that I have personally, this isn't somebody else's, this is mine. I'm thinking because when Sims 4 came out, it didn't have everything that it has now. Not nearly. Like, not even a specific age of child. That wasn't even in there. I'm not even going to talk about not having cars, but they're focusing on making an apartment style Sims game. I don't know where the priorities are, but we've lost the fucking plot. EA is ruining it's ruining this game. I can't. A game that I love, a game that I'm going to continuously play, obviously. So what the hell am I to do? No, we have to start being serious. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And because if EA would have, if they would have gone up, because it doesn't seem like they've gone up. It seems as though they're like, okay, we have a game that we can market and make a shit ton of money off of, because people already want these extra things. And in Sims, you essentially just had to buy them. But now, instead of buying them in the game and earning that fucking money to get them, you're gonna have to buy more stuff to get them. Spend your real money to get all the extra shit that you wanted that was in the game that you had to work more in the game to get. Don't you love fucking capitalism? No! Because they're trying to fucking nickel and dime us for everything. There are very few things that I believe are worth it. Majority of these packs are not good. Majority of the packs, you probably only get the packs for the worlds, one or two things, or whatever, because it is going to expand on your gameplay. That is the only reason why you're getting these packs, because these extra shits like these chairs and all this stuff that they throw in every single pack, it's like, oh my god, switch this shit the fuck up. Switch it up. These hairstyles are trash. Who is behind the scenes? Who is approving this shit? Because at this point, a horse ranch pack, you just made that the fuck up. Why wasn't that in Cottage Living or some shit, where we got the barnyard animals? Why did you have to make a whole fucking separate pack for that? Half the shit in the Cottage Living pack is not even... Come on now. We got a whole fucking barn. You mean to tell you couldn't add some fucking stables and a horse to that shit? And then they made 2 fucking packs out of the shit. You gotta be so fucking for real. You've gotta be so fucking for real. Most unserious fucking shit I ever heard. Y'all, when will we hold Sims accountable in federal court? What is Joe Biden doing to address the Sims 4 situation? I don't know. The man's out here addressing the resort fees in fucking Las Vegas. I just have to know what other random shit is he looking up. I'm so pissed. I can't tell y'all how pissed I am. I'm sure you can tell by my voice. But where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Because obviously they've made it very clear that Sims 4 is going to be side by side by Project Rene. So essentially they're just going to keep on throwing fucking packs of Sims 4 out there, random packs, and creating a massive world around. Are they not going to make a Sims 5, and are they going to incorporate Project Rene into Sims 4? Or like what? Are they done with the Sims brand? Or like what? I have so many questions. They need to have like a Sims Con or some shit like that, because honestly, maybe they shouldn't, because we would drag the hell out of them, just to be for real. We would drag the hell out of them. Put it in an open forum or something. Have us give feedback about the fucking game where you actually see it. Because I don't feel like the feedback you give them, they actually listen to. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Because we have been asking for cars for a fucking decade and we got a knitting pack. Where are you listening to us? We got a horse pack. We got cottage living. We got eco lifestyle. If I wanted to fucking clean up the earth, I would be out here picking up fucking plastic bottles. I don't want to go on fucking Sim to have to clean shit up. I'm escaping reality, bitch. Be so fucking for real. No, I've had enough. Enough. There's really honestly nothing else to say at this point. I think that I've covered all bases in regards to my rant today, because at this point it's gonna start to talk in circles, because we say the same thing over and over and over again. But at what point are they actually gonna give us what the fuck we want? A lot of the times, if it's a pack that we do like by surprise, it's because it's like, oh, that's kind of cute, I guess, yeah. You know what I mean? It's got to be like that sort of response. It's not going to be like, yes, that's what I wanted, I've been waiting for. We got a whole new pizza pack where we get to go spend $10 and now you can have your own pizza business or blah, 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 blah. Why the fuck was that not in dining out to begin with? Why did you have to create a whole separate pizza pack with like 5 or something things in it, or some random ass shit that you could have put in dining pack? Why is that not in there? Be so fucking for real. You have, oh my God, y'all, like, I can't. Because even when I look at like parenthood and all these different, parent and family packs that could be underneath each other instead of extra money here, and there. Be fucking for real. Put it in one whole fucking pack. I've gotten to the point to where I'm no longer getting game packs. I'm probably going to get the pizza bag, just to be honest, because what the fuck else am I going to do? But also at the same time, I'm not getting any other packs. I have majority expansion packs because you need those. You're going to need expansion packs. You're going to need a lot of game packs. Those game packs are really going to expand on the gameplay even further than expansion packs. Expansion packs are just giving you the platform for these gameplays to really thrive. Like, that's all it is. Like, you are buying a whole new fucking game when you buy an expansion pack. And that's what's crazy. An expansion pack costs the same price as a whole new game. So why am I not getting a whole new game worth of this shit? I spent the same amount of money on the Sims game as I did an expansion pack. What did I get with Sims 4? Why am I not getting the same amount with Sims 4? At most, I'm just getting one world. Sims 4 came with 3 or something, if I can recall. So all of these little fucking packs could have been in those expansion packs. Even the stuff packs could have been inside the game packs. These kits, what the hell? I've got one or two. The free one, and I got the little chic nightlife one. I don't know, like the one where you get the sequin crop top. Oh, yeah, that eats down. That eats down with the cute little dress that's kind of ombre, and then it kind of comes with these, like, I don't know, like these wool outfits. It's really giving. It's really fucking giving. That's my favorite pack, period. It has my favorite outfits. Now, that kit ate down, right? But I only have 2 kits. I only have 2 kits. It's not worth it. None of that shit is worth it. First of all, majority of it is ugly. I'm okay with the themed packs. They just don't have good enough shit in it. And that's the thing. That's an even bigger thing. If these packs, like, let's say, I don't know, Dine Out maybe. If these packs, actually, I don't mind Dine Out, so I'm not going to use that as an example. What other pack should I say? I don't know. I can't think at the moment. My brain is flustered with frustration. But, like, imagine these packs had better quality items in them. I might be more inclined to not bitch as much. I might actually want to pay. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're not even giving me my money's worth for the fuckery that you're doing. So here we are. I don't want to pay the money for this, and you got shitty items. What are we going to do about that? Because if I get another pack that has all them chairs and tables and shit in it, I am going to lose my mind. Y'all give me the same shit in every other motherfucking pack. The selling point of the pack is 1 or 2 things. Nothing else is being used. So, and a lot of time, for me, when I place things, like when I place a family or a lot or, you know, whatever into the world, I need certain packs to make what I want to create whole. So that way items aren't omitted or substituted. That is a big driving point behind getting more packs. More so than what the packs have. Again, the gameplay, the aesthetic, what you want to build for your world, what you want it to look like, requires those packs. Not necessarily the specific items in those packs. You know what I mean? Maybe in order for this build to be proper, it needs the ecosystem, you know what I mean, windows. And I don't know what it is, but it seems like no matter how many packs I get, none of these builds are really going to fit. Every build now all of a sudden needs eco lifestyle. But just a second ago, you said I needed all get together. So what's tea? Are you trying to force me into buying packs? I don't know. I don't trust Sims. I don't trust the creators. I don't trust EA. I don't. They've given us no reason to. So why the fuck would I, logically speaking? Exactly. But like I said, I'm going to go around and talk in circles at this point, y'all. But I've said what I need to say. As of, for now, until the next Sims rant. You know the shit don't end. It's been a minute since I've done a Sims podcast, but I just wanted to come on here because, again, I'm not the only person. I've looked up on social media the amount of people who are having the same issues as me, and they're really just talking in circles because EA's not responding to them. EA is not listening. EA's not actually doing anything. The amount of people saying that they're having issues with their games not loading, restarting, blah, 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 and I haven't really seen them fix anything because I'm still having the issues. I stopped playing for a month or two. I just now came back to it. I'm having the same motherfucking issues that I was having months ago. That's why I just started a new game. Because at this point, literally, I kid y'all not, me trying to load the game, it literally took me 4 hours before I just gave up. Because the game would not load. But I was just so committed to trying to get back to what I saved. But I couldn't. I had done so much work. So EA, they're going to have to do better about overall Sims because it's just not looking cute. But yeah, y'all, that's really that. I don't have nothing else to say because they're gonna piss me the fuck off. But I appreciate y'all for listening, seriously. Okay, go play you some Sims, provided that, you know, it doesn't restart or piss you off, right? But either way, you're gonna go back and play anyway. because that's how it fucking works. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Go make your Sims some food, drink some water, make you some food. You know, go ahead and rest something. Take care of yourself. Self-care, we need that. Playing Sims can be self-care until it pisses you off. So just remember that. Take needed breaks. All right, y'all? I appreciate you. Seriously. I appreciate you for listening, okay? I will be back. Make sure, again, you go ahead and follow me on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, whatever, all right, y'all? And I will see you on the next one, okay? I'm out here. Peace.